Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Before I turned on the camera, I was trying to get into your energy, and I felt a real tightness in the throat, and not the throat, but the heart chakra area. But what I saw was this big ball of yellow light, and it was your solar plexus, and it's expanding and it's pushing through, and I felt like the energy is working its way up to open your heart chakra. Like your solar plexus is your seat of self-confidence. It's when you're shining and you're exuding your energy and you're out there making changes and doing things, and it expands that energy field. And I heard lean in. So I think there are changes being made. I think you need to lean into the effort to create these changes in your life, but they're positive. And with the sun in your house of you, I think that this is your time to shine. And that's one of the reasons why I think that chakra was so lit up. It was beautiful. So lean in and keep working toward allowing that light, that warmth, that energy, that sense of self-confidence, of self-possession to move all the way up and open up your heart. And open up your heart space. All right, so let's just see what Spirit wants to talk about. I want to thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. I really appreciate it. Every time you guys hit the thumbs up, it makes me, it helps me to understand that you appreciate my time and energy. And that's, I don't know, it just feels so good. Ooh, look, yep, change. Things are happening. You have the Eight of Wands. Things are moving forward. You've had the Eight of Wands recently. And it was kind of like tilty, and I wasn't, but so it looks like things are finally starting to really pick up pace and starting to move. And so this one indicates a change of address, as in you just moved or you're moving. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean a move in your home life, but it means a move of some sort that moves something going on in your life from where it was to where it's going or where it is. There's definitely a big kind of a change thing happening, but it's positive and it's exciting, and it's going to take some energy and effort. So we just came out of that new moon in Taurus that happened on Saturday, and it carries through into Sunday with that, sense of I can see the future and I know where I'm going, and it looks beautiful. But the moon doesn't get into Gemini until 11:40 Eastern Daylight Time p.m. here in the U.S. So really like almost Monday. And so there's that opportunity to kind of sit in that energy of manifestation of what do you want to create that is of value in your life on Sunday. And then on Monday, when the moon, basically Monday, when the moon moves into Gemini, it's about acceptance. Acceptance of your situation, acceptance of an offer of help. It's usually one of those two. So there's an acceptance, acceptance that change is inevitable, because really the only thing that ever stays the same is that the world's moving. It's always changing, right? And with that comes growth. So Monday and Tuesday is all about accepting the situation, accepting the help, whatever it takes to move you toward this growth stage. Because with the 8 wands flying through the air, oh my gosh, I actually think this is like the 3rd time. I think you had the 8 of Wands show up for the new moon reading. I think you had it show up for last week's reading. Or maybe it was the month of May. I can't recall. I think it was last week's. So here we go. Let's just see what kind of guidance we can get on this acceptance and growth. This is all happening in your 2nd house of what you value, of self-esteem, self-worth. Financial and material goods. Things are moving forward. Whew, all right. So, first off, it says take time to breathe. And that was funny, right? Because right before I picked up the cards, I had to let out some air, right? And so don't hold your breath. Breathe through the change. Lean into it. Lean into it. This is also a reminder to have some fun, to get outside and relax. That all work and no play is not good for you. The sun is shining on you. You should, be able to enjoy yourself, and you also have focus your mind. And part of this is that 3rd eye chakra that we got for the new moon, where it was like you really need to open up your 3rd eye and allow the information to come in. And so taking time to breathe and focus your mind coming together also kind of speaks to me of taking time to meditate. So Yeah. So what is it that you want to create? Co-create with the universe. Allow the universe to bring to you what you want by setting your seeds of intention and spending a little time meditating on the process. Excuse me. On Wednesday, the moon moves into your third house of communication. That's like emails or conversations, or maybe with your siblings, short distance travel. But this is about really about you allowing that self-love. I feel like this is that energy from your solar plexus, that bright yellow light, to push up into your heart space and to let it flood your heart chakra and light up your heart chakra with self-love. And allow the nourishment, the abundance of the universe to pour into your life, to feel how divinely loved you are. And I think if you allow yourself to get in communication with your higher self through a little bit of a meditation practice, I think you're really going to feel it. But yes, you're supposed to get out there and have fun. So clearly, you got a lot going on. You have turbulence, which doesn't surprise me. The Eight of Wands is really close to the Nine of Wands. That's a lot of activity, and it's right before we get to it's almost too much activity. And I believe that, you know, as you like things, you don't like to be bored. You like to be moving in a general direction, but you like things to move at a nice, even pace. And I don't really feel like this week is going to be moving at a slow, steady pace. I feel like that's why you're being reminded to take time to breathe. I don't think things are going to be moving at the kind of a pace that you're particularly comfortable with. I think you are going to need to consciously create space in your life that allows you a little bit of time for you, a little me time, or you time. However you want to look at that. So it's going to be a little bit turbulent, but then you also have dance. Take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. And so, in other words, stop and smell the roses. Get outside for a nature walk. Do something that's fun. Communicate with your friends. Go do something fun with your friends. Dancing can be singular, or it can be a group activity, right? So it's reminding you that life is not supposed to be all work and no play. There is a balance that's always necessary. And this is in your third house of communication. So, excuse me, in your fourth house. It's your third house of communication. So maybe you can't literally find time to go dance, but maybe while you're commuting or something, you could pick up the phone and call a friend, right? And enjoy that opportunity to, I don't know, just have a nice conversation. Something to brighten your day. On Friday, the moon moves into your fourth house of home and nurturing and mothering and self-love. And here's the part where you see the path. You're starting to see the way forward. You really are. And I think over the weekend you're going to spend a lot of time, assessing the situation, really looking at where you're going, because you have a lot going on. You're definitely moving changes in there. Lean into it. And you're going to spend part of Sunday, well, most of Sunday probably, in discernment. I think there's a lot of thoughts that need to be worked their way through. And you get ready for new horizons. Yes, you're on the move. You're on the move. Either emotionally, physically, mentally, financially. There's something going on where you're like, things are changing. Things in your life. You were sitting there in indecision. I don't know if indecision is the right word. I think it was more like you were avoiding thinking about whatever was happening, hoping it would just go away. But it didn't. And something had to be done. And so then when you decided, well, the situation isn't going to resolve itself, I guess I have to do something. I think that's what's been going on the last few weeks, especially since Mercury started going direct and got out of its shadow. I can see that you guys are like, okay, well, that wasn't just sitting here hoping it goes away isn't working. So what am I going to do? And so I think then decisions are starting to happen, and I think you just lean into it. And I think the change always creates a little turbulence, right? So find the joy in it, work your way through it, But get ready. You're going somewhere. You're going somewhere. Okay. Spirit wants to remind you there is always enough for everyone. So if you are going through a divorce or something like that, and it kind of felt like that for a number of reasons for a lot of you, or you're changing jobs and you're worried about taking a pay cut, or I don't know, there's some kind of a major change here that you, obviously if it was an easy change, you wouldn't have been sitting on the fence for so long. So there's a change that has to happen. And there is going to be a degree of reorganizing of your material goods or your finances. And Spirit wants to remind you that you are the manifester. And there's always more than enough for everyone. And so whatever you have to give up now, I would say do it with a cheerful attitude. Don't be grudging about it. Because if you can understand the give and take balance right now in this time of change, then that really opens the door for Spirit to be bringing even greater blessings in for you. You have to release and let go of. Remember, there was that whole cutting back thing that was going on in order to create resilience, in order to make space for things to grow. So it's pruning out the dead wood, the things that didn't work. These are the things you're going to have to let go of. Some of it might be emotional. Some of it might be financial. Feels really personal, though, in these houses that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the second house, the third house, the fourth house. I feel like this isn't going to be easy, but this is going to be important. This card just flipped up, lighten up. So we'll take this. This is white. But I'm also going to see what else we can get. Can't even see that. What the heck? There we go. Oh, it kind of cut my head off now. All right. Let's just see what else we have here. All right, Taurus, what else? Oh, wow. All right. These cards both offered themselves up by flipping up. So we have pink. Let love in. So this is about you opening up your heart chakra. This is about letting that light from your solar plexus move up into your heart space and open it up. You're on the move. Have some fun with it. Let love in. Don't be so upset about whatever has happened to you that you shut down your heart. That's not healthy. It's not good. It's not what you want to be doing. It's really not. Let the love in. Let the light in. Lean into it. Change is happening. You might as well lean in and make the best of it. All right, Taurus, I will see you back here. I'm going to do a reading that'll come out on Tuesday morning, and I haven't decided yet. I think it might be soulmate reading. Probably. Could be love and money. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. Maybe I'll combine the two. All right, you take care, and we'll talk soon.